What is your mom's catchphrase? And we're off like a herd of turtles. Every time we left the driveway. Every single time. Edit, holy shit snacks. I can't thank you all enough. My mom always had what me and my sister coined as mom jokes, usually just terrible one-liners. They always brought a smile to my face even if I thought I was too cool for them. And here we are, Reddit 10 plus years later. I'm going through a big change at home and more stressed than I have ever been before. And her jokes are still making me smile. Thanks Reddit, never change. I'm not sleeping, I'm just resting my eyes. Ah. Classic dad for me. Also, every time I'd come into him asleep watching TV, I'd change the channel and immediately I'd get, "I'm watching that." To which I'd reply, "Your eyes were closed." Then he'd hit me with, "I was listening." You just ate? Know what I mean, jelly bean? Know what I'm saying, shit for brains? Holy shit, Dad, you're back from the corner store. Ask him if he saw my dad there. Edit, holy crap. I didn't think I'd get almost 1,000 updates. Seriously though, it's been 34 years. Maybe he missed the bus home? When looking for something Mom told us to find, and we either legitimately couldn't find it, or we were being lazy, "If I find it, I'm going to beat you with it." We had a good childhood, though. Edit, no, my mom is not Latina or Portuguese. She is white, she just has a short temper and little patience. My mom would encourage us with, "Don't give up. It's always in the last place you look." You'll never guess what your father did this time. Dad's always pulling shit, and Mom can never wait to recount his latest act of what is usually brash stupidity. Your mom is clickbaiting you, Earl. What your dad did next will blow your mind. Moms hate it when dads do this one crazy trick. Listen to me now and believe me later. Go now or forever rest in pee before any long car trip. Edit, it was definitely forever hold your pee. I was both high and sleepy when I commented. Haha, I say something similar to the toddlers at work. Anybody need the potty? Speak now or forever hold your pee. Clever wordplay is lost on 2-year-olds. In 15 years they may look back and get fake internet points on a forum. So that's something. If you had any brains, you'd be dangerous, Mom. English is my mom's second language, so instead of saying "it's my way" or "the highway," my mom says "my way is the highway." She knows exactly what she's saying. She's asserted the high ground. It's over. I can't make you do what I want, but I can make you sorry if you don't. Lady's not unreasonable but is very skilled at coming up with good punishments and sticking to them. Edit, an example. My personal favorite was the time when I was 10 that I left my room messy for several weeks and she came in while I was gone and collected all my messy clothes into a garbage bag. She proceeded to sell them. Money went into my education fund, back to me as I received my allowance, and I probably spent about $100. At 10 this was huge for me, and it took me 6 months, buying back the clothes I had left on my floor. Dang yo mama, don't play around. That is an amazing punishment though at a certain age. It's definitely less funny when you're an adult living in your parents' house. Edit, I feel like I should clarify. I'm fortunately not talking about myself here, but my ex, who was almost completely incapable of standing up to her awful narcissistic parents. They would, and probably still do, go into her room looking for things out of place, according to them, then force my ex to pay a fine for it. Well, see. It's code for no, but I don't want to listen to you whine about it right now. In a heavy Wisconsin accent, well, other than that, I don't know much. This is her cue that it's okay for me to say I need to get off the phone now. Edit, how it sounds, well, other than that, I don't know much. Till your mom is my grandma from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. I have great respect for anybody living in a place named Moose Jaw. Here are a few nuggets. You gotta plan your work and work your plan. She watches too much Dr. Phil. I think I'll slap them into next Tuesday. Anytime someone gives her flack, I had to give up smoking and drinking for 4 months while pregnant with you. She's never smoked and doesn't really drink. Smile. And finally, for nostalgia. Every time she would take me out shopping when I was young, we'd get back in the car to drive home and she'd look at me and exclaim, "We did good, bubby." That last one is so sweet. Anytime I had to go shopping and wanted to get the toddler out of my wife's hair, I'd say, "Hey buddy, do you want to come with Dad on an important mission?" He'd always nod enthusiastically, and I'd give him an item or two that he had to pick up in order to successfully complete our mission. I knew he was growing up when I was halfway through describing our plan. He looked around and said, "Dad, this isn't an important mission, it's a grocery store." Listen very carefully, Agent Son, I shall say this only once. Your mission, should you choose to accept, is to secure weapons-grade toilet paper for future special latrine operations. Budgetary restrictions dictate that it should be 1 ply, not 2. Congress says we can wipe twice. This message will self-destruct in 5. 4. She likes to say y'all a lot even though she's a tiny Sri Lankan immigrant. It's my favorite thing. Edit, wow, I didn't think this would take off. Thank you, my friends. Just to update, we actually live in Canada. My mom definitely knows that I love it even though she gets a little self-conscious. Oh man, you reminded me of one of my 8th grade teachers. She hailed from Texas but had been living in Washington long enough to have dropped the drawl. However, there were some lingual holdovers, specifically the pronunciation of certain words that, whenever said, would significantly derail lecture. Y'all was fairly common, but the day we heard naked was the day all productive discussion stopped. She was such a sweetheart too. God, I miss that class. You can take a Texan out of Texas, but you can never take the Texas out of a Texan. I can't for the life of me stop saying fair when I mean to say for. Nothing else makes me sound like more of a goddamn hick, which coincidentally is something else I can't say without sounding like, you know, a goddamn hick. She runs through each of the kids' names before she gets to the one she actually wants to call. T-Ja Sarah. My mom has 5 teenagers and 3 dogs. She will cycle through a bunch of their names every single time. Might as well slit me own throat, usually said after a mild inconvenience like being told she couldn't have a cup of tea prior to a medical scan. Edit, I don't know what a dibbler is, but no, she's not dibbler. That's such an English thing. Stop that crying or I'll give you something to cry about. Doesn't cry at all, so you think you're tough now? Cries softly, speak the duck up. Frown. Don't give me that face. Colon. Listen here, you little shit. She has so many, and I dunno why this is the one that comes up first in my mind, but she always says if you can't open it, you don't deserve it. This phrase, which sounds a bit more whimsical in the original Serbian, goes for everything from bags of chips to those plastic packages school supplies come in. She shows no mercy when something's really hard to unwrap or pry apart. I have subsequently gotten very good at opening hard to open things, and am now the go-to pickle jar guy. I like to imagine that you keep all the pickles, because clearly you're the only one that deserves any. I am the pickle king. Are you drinking enough water? Headache? Drink more water. Upset stomach? Drink water. Bad grades? You need more water. Bone protruding from your knee? Drink some water, you'll be fine. I took my 6-year-old to the doctor. The doctor asked what was wrong. My son said, "My ear hurts and I already drank the water." I had to explain that drinking water fixes many complaints at our house, lol. Wait. This bit's poisoned. Said every time she walked past me, while I was eating something, then promptly followed by her grabbing the poisoned bit of whatever I was eating and eating it herself. She did this every day while I lived under her roof. She still does it every time I visit her or we go out for dinner. You have diabetes, don't know why, but every single medical problem, even a cough, and this is the first thing that comes out of her mouth. English is my mom's second language, so there are certain things that she gets mixed up. My favorite thing she does that I find incredibly endearing is her saying, "the welcome" instead of "you're welcome." I have even started using it with my friends and they use it too. My mom, also a native Spanish speaker, mixes up English phrases all the time. So like instead of "a taste of their own medicine," she says "a soup of the same taste." My friends love it, lol. This sounds somehow sinister. I will give you the soup. And it will taste the same as soups that they have previously served. Same soup. Soup. But with similar qualities of the last. But it's not the same soup. It just tastes that way. Yeah, a soup that's different, not the same soup, different soup.